What's going on, everybody? In this video I want to talk about bakkt stock, or Bkkt. We're going to look over their earnings. We're also going to look at what's going on the chart. This has been rallying lately, and while I don't own any shares of bakkt, I have been receiving comments, people saying it's going to be a one world currency, people saying to check out their earnings. So we're going to take a look at it, but let me know what you guys think about bakkt. Is it going to be the leader in the one world currency race? And if you have any more recommendations for some stocks, let me know down below and I'll try to cover them. If you guys like videos like this, consider hitting the like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. If you want to show your support, my membership's only $2 a month, and I have some links down below for some free stocks and cryptos, some of which are actually ran on the back end by bakkt. But let's get started on this video. First off, let's take a look at the chart, and we are looking at an absolutely crazy move today, like an 18% up day. The market reacted very well to last earnings. We're going to look at that in a second, but I do want to show you guys that we did gap up. I would be cautious here. Majority of the time gaps up do fill. That's not to say that it has to, but there is more chance than not. There is more likelihood than not that this gap will fill, so I would be patient here personally. Also, chart wise, the 200 MA is above the 50. We want to see these flip. Continued momentum to the upside will see these flip soon, but this whole time it has been bearish with the 200 above the 50 MA. And we have a similar story with the 50, 100, and 200 EMA. We are now over the 50 and 100, only under the 200 EMA now. And I want to show you guys what happened on the last run we had. We tried to break that 200 MA, however, it just fell back down. We could see something similar here, just based on what we saw last time, but it could always play out differently. Now the EMAs are all pointing up, which is the first time we've seen this since late summer, so that's a good sign. We are quickly becoming overbought with this huge run, so I would be cautious. But just look at the performance this has seen. A few days ago, back on November 7, this was 63 cents. Now it's trading at $1.50. I mean, this is nearly a 3x from there, only in a matter of a few weeks. This is definitely a swing trader's dream. This is a very volatile stock. This is the type of stock I would set a stop loss, let it run, get in, get out, and get on with life. Based on its wild fluctuations, I see this more as a swing trading stock than a long-term stock, but I'll admit I do need to look further into this. Now, I will provide this article for you down below. This came out a little bit before earnings, and it's going over their expansion of international footprint and their custody client base. And they expect to be live with crypto capabilities across Latin American, European, and Asian markets by the end of the year. And they expand on this a little bit better in earnings, so let's take a look at that. And I want to show you one of their goals here is to reduce revenue volatility. Their revenue model is shifting to increase subscription-based revenues. I do like the sound of that. I think that's a great way for them to make some recurring revenue and keep their revenue more consistent and a little more stable. And here's their slide going over their expansion into new markets. You can see all the different regions and also their total addressable market, or TAM, with Brazil being the largest total addressable market according to bakkt, with 54 million digital asset users. Now let's look at their regions and the status revolving around these regions in terms of moving forwards with crypto trading. So with their 3.0 verse software, they have UK, Europe, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Australia, with crypto trading and custody services expected to be activated by the end of the year. Now with IBEX, they have Mexico and Guatemala expecting to activate by year end. And utilizing Happy in Brazil, Spain, Mexico, and Argentina, bakkt crypto trading capabilities are currently live in all those regions. And they also have new custodians coming aboard. I like the sound of having multiple custodians, unlike Voyager Digital, who totally utilized Three Arrows Capital and basically got screwed for it. They went all in on one custodian and it bit them in the ass. It seems like bakkt is taking a different approach, and I like that. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. They're also utilizing OpenNode, Investor, IBEX, and Sparrow to onboard clients. And as for new live clients here, we have Webull Pay, Blockchain.com, Lebo, BTC Ledger Group, Happy, and Finequities. And I do have Webull, and something they did was moved all their crypto to a different app. They basically moved it to Webull Pay. But if you guys want a link to Webull and some free stocks, it is down below for you. I do use Webull myself. That is the platform I typically use to sell covered calls and sell cash secured puts, sometimes buying calls, things of that nature. And people are talking about how they're gonna lead the one world currency. I personally just don't see it. I'll admit I do have to listen to the earnings call, and I will do that after I upload this video. But they do mention something interesting here. We will also provide founding infrastructure for UMA, or Universal Money Address Standard, for making sending money as easy as an email. Now, is this what people are talking about? I'm not sure. Now, I want to show you guys their revenue, their operating expenses, and things like that. And you'll notice that their total revenues did grow massively from third quarter of 2022. However, looking one quarter back, they saw a decrease in revenue by about 150 million. Now their total operating expenses were 257 million, and they did take a non-cash intangible asset impairment of $23 million, which we shouldn't see in future earnings reports. This is basically a one-time thing due to acquiring Apex Crypto. One thing that's important is you can see that their EBITDA loss is actually decreasing. That's good. They took a $21 million EBITDA loss, whereas last quarter they saw 24.5, and a year previously they saw a $30 million loss. And you can see here that for the most part their expenses have been coming down, which is good to see. Their crypto enabled accounts are growing. However, their transacting accounts have dropped, as well as their assets under custody. And as for their balance sheet, they have $90 million of available cash, and their updated revenue outlook did decrease from their previous outlook, citing crypto revenue impacted by industry-wide volumes, timing of international activations, and lower activity levels from webull Pay customers. Loyalty transaction volumes also are growing at a slower pace following a strong 2022 post-CV rebound. However, this lower revenue is very partially, offset by reductions in operating expenses. So I don't know really the likelihood of Bakkt becoming the leader in the one world currency scheme. Maybe there is something I'm missing there, but let me know if you believe Bakkt is going to be the leader in the one world currency and why. And let me know what your strategy is trading this stock. It is very volatile, and volatility can bring some very interesting trades. But let me know what you guys think about Bakkt. Like I said, I don't currently hold shares. I'm mainly just covering this because I have received a few comments, people wanting me to check it out. But let me know what you guys think about Bakkt. How do you feel about their recent earnings? After that gap fills, I would consider playing a trade on this, but we'll see where the chart goes from here. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later.